Hello everyone, my name is Jiaye Yan. Today I want to talk about how global trade and supply chains are being reshaped by new tariffs, shifting politics, and a new balance of power among countries. The world economy is entering a new phase. After decades of globalization, we are now seeing a move toward regionalization. President Trump's 50% tariffs have disrupted major trade routes and forced countries to reconsider where they buy and produce goods. According to Maersk, the world's second largest shipping company, rebuilding supply chains could take decades. Trade between the US and China has already dropped by nearly 40%, while trade within Asia is still growing strongly. This shows that globalization is not ending but changing shape. We are shifting from one global network into several regional ones. Let's look at India and how our country is responding. Let's look at India first. India saved billions by importing discounted oil from Russia, but new US tariffs have taken away most of those benefits. This put pressure on India's Make in India strategy and threatens millions of jobs in manufacturing and exports. To manage this, India is trying to balance its relationships, keeping trade with the US while maintaining defense and energy cooperation with Russia. China and the US are also adapting in their own ways. China controls almost 90% of the world's rare earth refining capacity, while the US leads in advanced semiconductors. Both sides have imposed export restrictions, which has created a fragile but stable balance. At the same time, other regions like Southeast Asia and the European Union are quietly strengthening local production and investing in strategic materials to reduce dependence on single sources. What strategies are companies using to adapt? Many companies are no longer relying on just one country for production. They are building multi-hub supply chains that combine manufacturing in several regions. For example, electronics companies now design products in the US, assemble components in Vietnam or India, and ship through Singapore or Dubai. Maersk and other logistics leaders are adjusting their shipping routes to support these new regional networks. Companies are also investing in digital visibility tools so they can monitor risks and disruptions in real time. Now, if I were a supply chain management manager, what would I do in the next 5 years? First, I would diversify suppliers across at least 3 regions to reduce political and transport risks. Second, I would invest in data-driven planning systems that can quickly switch orders when disruptions occur. Third, I would focus on sustainability and resilience, not just low cost. That means partnering with local and regional suppliers who can deliver reliability even when global trade slows down. The trade war is not only about economics, it is also about technology, power, and the control of critical resources. The world is clearly moving toward a multipolar trade system where no single country dominates. Success in this new environment will depend on how well countries and companies balance protection and openness. Those that adapt early will define the next decade of global trade. That's all. Thank you.